Pure Heart Christian Fellowship. We're so glad you've joined us. Today we're going to be talking about Life Together groups on purpose. Roger, could you talk with us just a little bit more about that?
We want our groups to have a clear sense of what they're trying to accomplish when they're together. We want them to have a clear sense of their purpose for being together.
As leaders of Life Together groups, this is so important for their groups.
Absolutely.
Don't you think that they know why they're meeting?
Yes.
That they are on purpose. So tell us what those purposes are as you've defined them for
Right.
Life Together groups.
Well, different kinds of groups can have all kinds of purposes. We are asking you to lead a group that has 3 different focuses. The first one is connection, the second one is growth, and the third one is going or service.
So in connecting then, what does that look like for a Life Together group?
The first part of connecting is that very fundamental part of a group, a small group, and that is to build relationships. We want them to build relationships that are safe, that are authentic, where they can deal with the real issues of life.
So as a Life Together group leader then, as a leader, the goal then is to bring your group together in a connection where they can experience those things.
Yes.
What's the next purpose?
The second is still under connection, and that is connecting with God. These are spiritual small groups, or Life Together groups. And the goal of that is that we're growing in our relationship with God through worship, through prayer, through the study of Scripture.
Which leads to the second purpose of growth.
Right.
Because as we're connecting together in our Life Together groups, as we're going to a little deeper level, we are growing spiritually. So we should be doing some things that would offer that kind of
Right.
growth, right? Like what are some
Well,
things?
I think it's more the evaluation of what's happening. When you have connected with each other and when you are focused on trying to connect with God, when you come to Scripture, it's not just to hear information, but it really is to process that information and get it integrated into our life. To have people that will encourage it, people that will challenge us, people that will support us and affirm us on that journey.
So then together in connecting together, growing together to spiritual maturity, then what is the next purpose of the Life?
We use the term go. It means to get out of our comfort zone, to get out of focusing on just us, and actually in those relationships that are growing, to come up with ways that we can serve other people.
So as a Life Together group leader, if your group is not experiencing connect, grow, and go, would you say that Life Together group was not on purpose?
Absolutely, and that's not to be judgmental, but it's just to simply say, oh, we aren't pulling off this well or something else well, and so we want to hold ourselves back to our purposes, remind ourselves.
You spoke about a covenant, a Life Together group covenant, or a Life Together group agreement. How does that come into play in this situation?
I think anything that we do needs to be intentional, and one of the ways that we are intentional in staying on purpose is literally to write down what we're trying to accomplish and how we're going to do it. That can be called a covenant, agreement, just a statement of purpose. And so to say how often we're going to meet, what we're going to do during the meeting, and then remind ourselves of that maybe 2 or 3 times during the year to keep us on purpose.
I like that. So to the Life Together group leaders, you should be looking for connecting with your group, growing in your group, and going as a leader together with your group. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you, Roger. We look forward to the next time.